Hey everybody, it's Sherry here with More Pours by Meme, and today I'm going to do a tour of my studio. I've been asked like over 200 times, and I think I'm going to do, it's a long video because I want to do a detail, hopefully give you guys inspiration or ideas of what to do when you're getting ready to do your studio. So, I used to have a really small studio, which, by the way, I loved my little studio. It actually was just perfect when I was just starting out. But after a few years, I've got all kinds of supplies, and they were just stacking on top of each other. I had palette knives over here and paint over there, and I really needed a bigger space. So we decided to use the garage, and my husband put drywall in. He put new floors in. He made my shelves. These shelves right here are made out of old fence boards, so we used as much recycling products as possible. And I got to take every idea that I've had in my head for years about the way I wanted to create my dream studio, and it came to reality because of this amazing man. He's my husband of over 30 years. He's my best friend. He's a carpenter. He's a fellow artist. I mean, we paint together these days, and he's really enjoying it. And he's making my floating frames for me. And, here's my finished studio. I've had it for 2 years now. I absolutely love it. It's my happy place. So if you have any questions, comments, you can email me at lamorepours@att.net. I'll leave it down in the description. Or leave a comment. I'll be glad to even help you design your studio. I'd love to do that. So let me know. And thanks so much for watching my videos. I'm really enjoying sharing with all of you. So now that we've done the history on how my studio was created, let's go on this tour and see all of the amazing things that I have in it. And here we go. Hi everybody, it's Sherry here with More Pours by Meme. And today we're gonna do a tour of my studio. I've actually gotten 187 either comments or emails asking for a tour of it. So here we're gonna do that today. All right, let's go right behind us. That'll bring us back here. So I'm just gonna show you the top of this rack is for drying, and then this rack I use for my smaller canvases. So we're starting the tour of my studio, and this bottom rack is the first of a few places I have for large canvases. So I have several sizes down here. And then if we go this way, here is my this is my whole workstation. So painting is over here at the table, workstation's over here. And this workstation I have several bins. And in these bins I have all the different paintbrushes, all kinds of art supplies. Small paintbrushes, large paintbrushes, all the different size popsicle sticks, chains, funnels. This is my favorite bin. It's got my great-grandmother Dory's pick in it, my palette knives, and so on. So I use this one a lot, along with this one. Gloves, and then these down here are all the different size cups I use to mix or to pour with, and the lids, and everything is labeled. And then I have washcloths and other things. You can put anything. Cool to have. I really enjoy it. Okay, next is where I actually mix my paint. And my husband, Dave, made me these shelves. Can you zoom in out here on this, Dave? This is made with old fence boards. This is how talented my husband is. And then I got these spice rack holders to hold my paints in. So of course I have all of my large tube Goldens in here. And in here I have all my golden fluids. My husband made this rack for me, and it's right here for me. I can see all my colors. Here's all my Deco Art colors. And then another little shelf. My husband made this whole work table for me, even put the stainless steel on top. And then over here I have all my tubes. They're double. I have double tubes in all of them. So it's pretty obvious I love golden paints. And they really are the most highly pigmented paint that I've ever come across. I also love many other brands as well. And for lower quality brands, say I'm going to use Amsterdam. Amsterdam's a good paint, but I can elevate it by putting in some quinacridone magenta into this paint and pigment it a little bit more. And that way I can take a less expensive paint, I will say, and elevate it to a more pigmented. So I do a lot of my fluids into my other brands. And I love, like for instance, I love Deco Art. And I use all the different colors in Deco Art. And I use Artist Loft Flow for base. I use, of course, 24 karat gold by Deco Art. And I, of course, do my cloud mix with Deco Art Ultra White. So that's what's in these, this cabinet is base paints, and then other smaller paints that I don't use as much because they're a little higher. Everything that I use a lot of is right at my fingertips. And I can see it right in front of me. I can even get color palette ideas. So, I also, I'm gonna be done with that and go right around and say, here are more paints. And in this cabinet, I keep flammable things for my grandchildren and stuff. Okay, up here are all of my mediums and additives that I put into paint. Yak 800, I use a lot of, so I have a lot of it. Floetrol, I use a lot of that. I have a lot of that. But I also use Liquitex. Up here are my Golden Gloss products and other golden products that I use. At the very top are all of my resin products because I also do some resining and gesso products. So here's my entire workstation. We will pan the whole thing when we're done. And then we're gonna go across this way, and I will let you know that my husband did everything. This was our garage. We turned it into a studio. He drywalled everything. He put an exhaust fan in for me. He put a beautiful floor in, but this is what I've done to the floor. Show him the floor. So, you know, it just shows that it's loved. That's the way I look at it. And if you look under the table that my husband made me, we're gonna go right under here. I'm gonna show you the second spot that I use for my really big camera. And then over here underneath the table is my hair dryer and my compressor, and I use my compressor right up here for my air gun, which is right here at the table. I can use, and I also can use my airbrush for airbrush painting. So, and now we're gonna go into my husband's part of the studio. This is where he makes my floating. These are paintings right here that are also ready to go out. I will tell you, I am not on Etsy. I don't normally sell online at all. I'm a local artist. I sell my artwork in the local salons and coffee shops, bars and grills, and sandwich places. So I have 6 accounts, and it keeps me busy enough. But anything that you see here that you've seen as far as paintings go are for sale, and you can email me at lemorepours@att.net, and I will ask me what you want. I do commission, or you can ask me what I have in stock. So I guess I'm gonna get a big gallery together, because this one, everybody loved this one on YouTube, and it's still for sale. And this one, everybody loved this one, and it's still for sale. Now, on Monday, these guys are gonna go to Moxie Studios. Shout out to Moxie Studios in Encinitas, California. They're gonna get hung over there, but anything that you see that you're interested in, please let me know. And I'm gonna turn you over to my husband, who does all my floating frames. Now, I also sell his floating frames to other local artists in my community. But, you know, my husband and I were talking, and he's gonna figure out a way to do these floating frames for anybody who's interested. Also, you can get a hold of me at lemorepours@att.net. I can give you quotes on those, and I promise you it will be half the price that you pay in any, like Michael's or anywhere where they do frames. Okay, that's it. Dave, would you please just scan the entire studio, me out of it? Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I will leave it to Dave.